maybe caught a couple fades. We used to really catch fades all the time. Just a lot of them were actually body blows and then sometimes in the face. But today, bro, so that's the first thing. So let the homeboy breathe, you know, relax, bro. People make mistakes. They get popular, especially ghetto kids. You know what I mean? I think we gotta show people a little bit of grace, especially when they're not running and they're facing it. And in this interview, he clears everything up. So I just think every single person that comes up gets popular. There's always got to be some kind of dirt on them, no matter what. That's what I hate about our people, bro. We can't just support. You feel me? So this kid, and then remember, this kid got popular off of a hood vlog. His homeboy invited him to on No Jumper, the new interview that's coming out. His homeboy invited him to, and then he started coming out and just speaking his mind. And he started popping up. He said he didn't even have a haircut. You know what I mean? He was just doing this thing. So shout out to him for just being himself. So I feel like I like this kid because at each step he's going from hood vlogs to No Jumper to the viral videos, and he's staying, keeping it 100, keeping it real with himself and with his fans. The second thing recently that after the interview, he went over to the news, and a lot of people are trying to say that Adam 22 set this up because he knew that he used to have, like, his hood has Funk with Blacks, and that, you know, and then, you know, he puts them in a situation that they might start fun so that he can get content out of it. I don't necessarily think that Adam was thinking that through. Like he said in his own words, is that he didn't think it through. They had such a great interview. He was inspired. And so he just dropped him into the weekly news where there's some blood, you know, the mayor of Inglewood, you know, Munchie B, and A-Trade Gangster. Shout out to, I forgot his name, my bad, but he's doing real good work on there. So he starts going over there and he sees that it might not be his thing, you know, because for a lot of people, I kind of like this thing about PFACE too, is that he saw that the little like podcasting thing with different races and different people that are different kinds that maybe aren't like him is not what he's trying to do right now because he doesn't know what they were talking about. So he bounces out, like, and that's kind of like a G thing to do. You know, hey man, I'm not really feeling all this gossip stuff. I'm just going to get up out of here. I came to get interviewed, tell my story and move on. So salute to him for that. While he's leaving, I think it's Ant Dog. He's from A-Trade Gangster. It's an old school neighborhood and gang that went to war with the 60s and is still around. Salute to all the gangster Crips. You know what I mean? This is not gang related. This is just trying to work things out, you know, that kind of get twisted on the internet. Being the voice of reason is not easy. So he asks him where he's from, and the guy just says, and man, again, this is another reason why you cannot hate on this little kid, bro. No, I don't mean to call him like that, but this youngster, is that he says, first he just says Compton. You know what I mean? First he says Compton. Then he says East Compton or something. Or maybe he just says East Compton. Then he says what gang or what hood or whatever. I think he says what hood. And then Novato says, you know, Compton, barrio. He just says it like that. Compton, barrio. Padrinos gang, or I think it's Padrinos. I don't know. Padrinos. I always feel bad if I don't know, make sure be Compton, Barrio, Padrinos. Yeah, Padrinos. Godfather gang. Basically, he was just saying like Compton, Godfather's gang, bro. Like that's how everybody, like if you want to translate, it's Compton, Godfather's gang, bro. But he wasn't even saying it with a mad face. He was just saying like, you know, when you used to say your name, you say, you know what I mean? Park life or no life. You know what I mean? You got to put some emphasis on that just to be clear. Even the homegirl says, and he said it very clear. And that's not, you know, and then the only thing I didn't think was the guy from 83rd was like, I beg a pardon. I got to beg a pardon, which I thought was funny. And Ant says, you know, when people get turned up like that, I feel like they're putting a little extra on it, or they got a chip on their shoulder, or they're not really, you know, you don't got